This recording is a solutions recording for intensive practice page 22 through 26. This is the word problem section in the intensive practice book. However, the first part of that is very straightforward. I know that you won't have any trouble with it. It's very similar to everything else, so I'm not worried about the beginning of these word problems. Most of them I will be working all the way through, but this is not something you need my help with. I would like to talk about the Take the Challenge problems, make sure that we understand how to solve those and to do those methodically. And probably this one is not a hard thing for you. You know that 10 is going to break down into two numbers, and if one of the numbers is 2, then I know the other number is 8. And then I have the fact that 8 breaks down into two numbers, and if one of the numbers is 1, then I know the other number has to be 7. And we continue that pattern with 7 breaking down into two numbers, one of which is 2, so the other number is going to be 5. So again, we're just going with the concept of number bonds. 5 breaks into two numbers, one of which is 2, which tells me the other number is going to be a 3. Then I have a 3 breaking down from a 3 into a 1 and a something, and that tells me that my something is going to be a 2. At the last step, I get to choose. It doesn't have anything in it. It could either be 0 and 1, 0 and 2, or it could be 1 and 1. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Both of them would be the correct answer. So in this problem, we didn't get very many options, but the options we got was at the very end. The next problem on page 26, I don't think I put the page number on the last one, but that was, of course, page 25. Here's page 26. Page 26, we have to look and find out a starting place because I have two numbers going to one number, and truly that's a lot of options. But if I go down to the 8 and the 2, I know that 8 and 2 are going to come together to be 10. And then from the 10, I have a lot of options. For these two, I think I'll color in gray the ones that are optional. The 10 could be anything, and the 2s could be anything. And so I could put 1 and 9, I could put 1 and 2, 1 and 1. Either way, I wouldn't know. It doesn't matter which way you do it. There's not one right way. Any of them work. From that point, I'm a little bit stuck on the top part, can't do anything else, but I can go down a ways and find numbers that I can fill in. For example, 7 goes to 4 and a number, and so that number is going to have to be 3. I also know that 10 goes up to 10 and a number, and so I know that that number is going to have to be 0. And I'm given that 10 goes up to 7 and something, so I know that number has to be 3. So again, based on the givens, I can find those three, the 0, 3, and 3, based on what I know, and I can even take the 10, and I would try to keep a little bit of color coding here. These two gray ones are optional. 10 goes to 2 and 8. I could have a 0 and 8, a 1 and a 7, a 2 and a 6. It doesn't matter what I choose. I'll just choose a 0 and 8. But those two, again, sorry, let me get my color coding done. The ones that I have an option for, I'm trying to put in black so that you can see how that goes. Once you've gotten to that much information down, then I think everything else falls in. This 9 is going to be 9 and 0. This 8 has to be 3 and 5, which tells me this 9 is 5 and 4. And so in the end, I'm able to put those numbers all together because of all the clues that they gave me. It's just a set of clues that allows me to have methodical practice at solving them. That's all of this recording.